I had not played Marvel Rivals in a very long time, but I noticed with all the new team-ups that this game felt different, it felt fresh, and with Cyclops in the game now, I knew I had to get back into it. Now this is a game that I wanted to show you guys because I'm all the way back in gold, and I think I have some useful advice that you guys can use in your own ranked games to maybe someday get to platinum, to diamond, to grandmaster, shoot all the way to one above all, right? That's my goal, and I want to make that your goal as well. Let's get into it. Alright, so here, I chose Cyclops. I love Cyclops. You see the logo, don't you? I like the positioning here is what I mainly wanted to highlight. And target priority, right? So I noticed, like, earlier they had the Cyclops above. Maybe I could have gone for him, try to single him out. But when I noticed my entire team is frying this dino, shoot, let's go ahead and kill the dino. Let's just get him out of the way, right? Of course he gets BRB'd. Oh well, right? And again, it's hitting this off angle, man. It's just hiding behind cover. And this is simple stuff. I know. I know it sounds like I'm talking to a 6-year-old. But sometimes in gold, you got to make that clear, right? Because when I'm needing help, a lot of gold players would just run into the fray and be like, well, I'm going to get as much impact as I can right here, right before I die. No. Just hide behind the wall, beam them with your right click, right? Get as much damage as you can while not taking any damage. I know it's a profound thought, but I'm just trying to help these gold players understand that this is what you're going to have to do to get better, right? And I am a gold player. I'm not, 10 times better than anybody. I just want to help, the community understand a little bit better. Because I think it's easier said than done. Sometimes people are like, oh, of course, but then they don't actually put it to practice, right? Once again, our team's really fighting front to back here. Our Spidey is doing amazing, trying to distract their back line, and it seems to be working. But you'd see the front to back executed perfectly here. We killed the Dino and Thor. Spidey gets a pick on Cyclops. Then down goes Bucky, down goes the healers. Really, these are things too, you kind of just notice the natural progression of the game. If you want to comment on the front end, you can. You can let your duo or your team know, hey, let's go ahead and run front to back or back to front, however you want to do it, depending on your team comp. Our comp is definitely more built for front to back, I would say. But, that's something you can talk about with your team. Here, they kind of ult maxed, the other team did. I should have gone ahead and died. I should have just given myself up here. 4 of my teammates are dead. Why live this when I know I'm not going to survive the whole way? Just go ahead and take the L. I gave up at the very end of that, but like I realized that way too late. I should have just already known, hey, my team is dead. Dead. So let me go ahead and die, right? Then I'm not staggered, because you can see here I'm a little bit behind. Not too far behind. But I got to catch all the way back up. And now we're back. Here I'm trying to go over their Cyclops. Didn't really work very well. Again, I'm just behind this corner. Not letting anybody really hit me. Spidey gets some picks. I notice, okay, now it's go time, right? Let me use my E to get some finishers, right? Maybe I used that a little premature. And now I'm ready for my ult. Look at me. I'm ready for my ult. Oh! Yeah, we got 1 kill. Alright, whatever. And then here's 2 more, though. Yeah, the ult wasn't amazing, but, you get excited, especially when your team is rolling like this. I recommend trying to stay calm and not get too excited. But we did get a pick with it. It ended up working pretty well. And now we're just holding them, right? We're just trying to hold them. Jeff ults, but it's too late. Right? We're just going to get point anyways. Good job to our mag for doing that. Really our whole team. We just body blocked that tunnel. Said, nobody's getting through it. Alright? Once again, Dino dies. Dino was pressuring me this whole game. I don't know why. All he had to do was go for our tanks. Because that's the whole point of his character. I don't know if he knows that. But he kept going for me, and it was not working. And now here, you notice I used my shift. I said, hey, we're getting in here. We're killing this Mantis, right? We're going to go ahead and make sure she's staggered with the rest of her team. And then Cyclops, I don't really know what he's trying to do here. Trying to get out of it. Don't know why he's behind us. He's playing weird all game. He was taking super off angles, which can be fine. Most of the time, it's not going to work with him, though. Dino, once again, going after me. Shout out to my healers saving me. And it's just, he's going to die again. the enemy team is super staggered, and you got to capitalize on that. When you notice somebody's out of position like that, go ahead and kill him. Earlier I did with the Mantis when she was still when she was behind the team and she was kind of staggered. I just hit my shift and said, I'm going to be aggressive and get this kill, right? I'm not going to need my shift to escape in the next 12 seconds. Let's go ahead and use it, right? And now Moon Knight behind their entire team. Boom. Him and I notice, easy pick, and now we keep rolling, right? And then Thor. God dang it, Thor. He's so annoying. He was good with his ults. That was about it. But he was good with his ults. This is a big thing I want to touch on. Regroup with the team, man. Just regroup. I noticed both of our tanks are dead. We're not going to make any pressure if you just try to run in there. All right? Again, talking to gold players here. Wait for your team. That's all you got to do. Again, man, this Dino is so funny. I don't know what his goal is being up there, but who knows? Maybe he'll get a little crazy dive. Here, I'm just trying to, you know, position myself well. I noticed I was a little too far out, so I used my shift to get back and then just fry the Dino with the right click. You know, just try to avoid. He's ulting. And we're fine just like that, right? I mean, you gotta take advantage of players who are out of position. By the way, notice that. That was awesome. Bye-bye Moon Knight. You just gotta notice that. Whenever a player's out of position, you gotta capitalize, especially when you're DPS, man. That's a big responsibility. Oh, by the way. Bye-bye, man. Just in spawn, bro. Get out of here. Also, wow, incredible aim from me there. And Dino staggered. He's dead again. There's Thor staggered. Dead. Again with the right click. Or with the E, I mean. Another E. And finish her off. It was a breeze, to be honest. I mean, I went 16-4 for a reason this game. Their team wasn't great. My team was pretty awesome. But again, positioning so big in this entire game, right? It's all about where you position yourself, especially with Cyclops and these hit scans, man. You just got to get those off angles and nothing crazy, right? Now here's where something happens. I noticed that they got a Wolverine, and I kind of waited out. But eventually I am going to switch because Wolverine becomes too much of a problem, and that is a huge part about gold, guys. If you want to actually rank up, you got to learn how to switch and how to flex, right? If you know team comps and how to combat them, your day is going to be a lot easier, right? Feasting on the Dino again. This poor Dino, man. I mean, this entire video is just a disaster class for him. Bye-bye Wolverine, by the way. Thor trying his best. Poking and prodding. And again, just when you're in these kind of scrums, that right click is great for that. This is a horrible play by me. I don't know why I ended up jumping over into their front line. That is, I suggest not to do that. Wolverine takes my mag. I'm trying to help him as much as I can. The rest of the team doesn't notice. That's just unfortunate. Okay, our CD ults. Yep, I think I like this. We are down a guy, but hey, ended up working. We forced a Mantis ult. There we go. And once again, Dino trying to go for me instead of one of our tanks. I don't get it. I don't get it. He's not going to get me. He's just not going to get me. It's not going to happen. Oh, he got me, but then guess what? I just get right out of it, right? I mean, so... Oh. And this is when I think I noticed that Wolverine might be a problem. Yeah. Switched to Namor, decided, hey, it's time. Now with Namor, it's a lot of squids, squid positioning, I should say. I like to kind of put him high up. Gamers don't look up, especially in gold. Wolverine, I don't know what bro is doing. He just got cooked. I don't know what he was thinking. Right after I said he's such a problem, he's just standing there waiting to get killed. I don't know why he was doing that. Dino, once again, not going for our tanks. The whole purpose of his character is to kill our tanks, and he doesn't know that. So that's just unfortunate for him. But with Namor here, I just kind of like to stay back and poke and prod, right? Make it a lot easier for our Spider-Man. Obviously, our Spider-Man's been amazing. That was a blessing. But yeah, just getting like half HP down from a healer by hitting him with the trident. Or getting the squids up trying to just put pressure on the enemy, right? Constantly, they just have to feel that tick, 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 and subconsciously, they're not realizing how scared they are, right? Honestly, not my best whale there. Tried to just get a kill, didn't work out. And then here comes Wolverine, right? But don't worry, have no fear. I got squids blaring him, and I got my tridents just to finish the job off, right? So I love Namor. I love to switch to Namor when teams aren't ready for it, especially when you're defending. I highly recommend him when you're defending. They don't even have a super strong dive character necessarily. They have Thor and Wolverine who are like kinda dives, like I guess it's dive adjacent, right? They're not like a Spider-Man or a Black Panther, but they can get damage in a backline. For this specific team comp that they have, they're the ones who are gonna make damage on our healers. And so just go ahead and negate that possible problem is always the move, in my opinion. That was a bad squid placement, by the way. I don't know if you saw that. It was on the floor. Usually don't put your squids on the ground. The only time I realistically do that is when I'm trying to get like a finish on a kill. At least when I was suggesting it. Sometimes you throw it and it just ends up on the floor like it did earlier. But, oh man. And then Wolverine just ult merchant, I guess. Got to pick on a healer though. And this is another scenario, like, I just need to give up. I just need to give up. And here I do. But once again, I'm just a little late. So when I notice the 4 people die, I should probably just die. Rather than trying to survive. Oh, let me go get a health back. Oh, please, please. Like, bro, it's not worth it. Just go ahead and take the death. Regroup with the team. We'll be alright, right? Oh boy. There's a Jeff. Not much you can do in this situation when you're Namor, but you can hold your ground, right? Watch this. There's only, what, 4 of us on point right now? It's a 4v6, and now we have equalized it. It's now a 4v4. Well, now okay, well, Emma died, but now it's a 3v3, and then Spider-Man's back because we're defending, we're closer, and that's how you make an impact, right? That is a game-changing play. Just a simple whale. You take out 2 of them. I cannot believe Thor did not try to kill White Fox there. That's crazy. Bro had her on 1 HP and just let her live. Blessing. Once again, we take out Wolverine. And that's when you know you're doing something, is when the person that you switch for, you keep killing, right? You're actually doing a good job there, is when that's happening. So, and once again, Dino, poor guy, did his best. So yeah, I mean, you can already just see the impact that Namor had. I probably would have been fine with Cyclops against this team also, but Namor just added that element that this other team was not ready for, obviously. And so again, that flexing and switching to when you need it. And I think I had the ace with Cyclops when I switched, right? Like it doesn't matter though. Just switch to what your team needs, right? As soon as you see a problem, go ahead and solve that problem. Because you might be playing the game of your life with a certain character, but if you know that another character can have impact, go ahead and switch. Then get the 1-3-1, or get the win 3-1, rather than having to, you know, make the game go all the way to 3-3 because you didn't want to switch because you're too stubborn with your ace, right? Speaking of, go ahead and toss up the MVP. Shout out to Namor. I wish it was with Cyclops, but like, you know, it technically was. There's the stats for you. 24 finals. 64. Only 4 deaths is really the thing that I'm proud of the most there. That's not to sound pretentious. That's just real. It's important to not die in this game. It's huge, especially in gold. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.